You are welcome to my channel, Mindset Academy. Today we want to solve a problem involving link mechanism. And the problem goes like this. It says the figure that is shown at the right hand side of the screen shows a crank OA which rotates about a fixed point O and is joined by a connecting rod AK. Given that AK is 150 millimeter, AJ is equals to JK, and OA is 32 millimeter, draw the mechanism and plot the locus of J as OA makes a complete revolution. The first thing you first have to do is to draw your vertical line this way, right? Then you take your T-square and you draw an horizontal line this way, right? Where this point meets is the center of the crank. OA is said to be the crank and OA is given to be 32 millimeter. So on my meter rule, with the help of my compass, I'm going to measure 32 millimeter. So this is 30 and this is 32, right? And I'll place it here. At this point, I will now draw a circle, which I am going to take in. You can see that. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to divide this circle. This point where they meet here is my point O, and my A lies along the circumference of the circle at an angle of what? 30 degrees. So since it's 30 degrees there, that means I'm going to divide this my circle into 12 because one revolution in the circle is 360 and 360 divided by 12 is giving it what? 30. So I'll take my compass this way, and with the same radius I used to draw the circle, I'll place it here. I'll strike. I'll come here also, place it here. I will cut along the circumference of the circle. I'll place it here too. I'll do that for both left and what? And right. Now what I'm going to do here now is I'll take my circle to be passing through these points, to be passing through the center of the circles. So the first point here is this, through the center. The second point here is this, through the center. The third point here is this, through the center. The fourth point here is this, will go through the center. You can see that. So that means in between, if you look at the question very well, in between this line and the vertical line is given to the word 30 degrees. So from here to here is the 30 degree given, right? So that means here will be my A. So since it's my A, I'm going to what? I'm going to take in it this way, and I'm going to mark it around the circumference. This will be A. So this will now be what? A1, because we're told it is going clockwise, right? It is rotating. So at this point is A1. The next point will be what? A2. Next point will be what? A3. This one will be what? A4. Here will be A5, A6, A7, A8, A9, A10, and what? A11. So this is what I'm going to do here. Now we are not told that there's a connecting rod that connects AK together, right? Where is K? K is somewhere along this line here that is tangential to the side of the circle. So let me just use this. Let me just put this here. So K is along this line. How will you locate K? By looking at the distance of AK, which is what? 150 millimeters. So A is here, K is 150 distance away from what? From A. So I'll just use my compass. My compass and my rule, and I'm going to measure 150 millimeter. So this is 0, right? And this is 150. This is what? 150 here. You can see that. And I'll come to A, and I'm going to mark. can see that. So at this point where it strikes the horizontal line here, that will be my point what? My point K. Is that taken? And we know that it's now connected with a connecting rod AK in this manner. You can see that. So this is my AK, and we're told that as this rotates clockwise, this connecting rod moves along this line to and fro. So I'll just put it this way. It goes along this way, to and what? And fro, move in this direction. Now, that is my point K, and J is in between A and K, because we're told that AJ is equal to what? AK. So if AK is 150, meaning AJ will be what? 75. So I'm going to measure 75 on my connecting rod from point A as my initial position. So I'll have 75 here. So this will be my what? J. Now, this procedure is repeated at every interval on this line here. In A1, this is where the position of my J is, and this is where my K is. Now at A2, what will happen? With the same measurement, 150, I'll put it at A1 and I'll mark along that line. So that point I'm marking here will be my K1, since I'm coming from A1, right? So I'll come here, I'm going to join A1 and what? And K1 this way. This is what I have. Now the next thing is the J. J is 75 away from A, so we'll be having this way from 0 to what? 75. So here will be my J1. Similarly, with the same measurement, I'll come to A2 here, and I'm going to mark on that line to this point here is my what? My K2. So I'm going to connect it with my rule A2 and K2 this manner, right? And in between that line, my J is 75 from A2 to this is 75 here. This J2 now. Similarly, with the same measurement, 150 from A3, I'll place it here. To this point here will be my K3 and my J3. Before that, I'll connect A3 and K3 together in order to get J3. So my J3 is 150 millimeter from A3. So this is what I have. Can you see that? So this is 75. That will be my J3. Similarly, the same measurement, A4, I'll mark at this point will be my K4, right? So I'll connect K4 and A4 together, and I'll now measure 150, measure 75 away from A4 to get J4. That is J4. Similarly, the same measurement of 150, I'll place it at A5. I'll mark on that line to get what? To get K5. And I'll draw my line from A5 to K5 this way, right? So to get J5, I'll measure 75 millimeter away from this, which is this, to get what? To get J5. Now, from A6, I'm going to mark so that I can get my J6, my K6. So I'll connect K6 and A6 together with the help of a connecting rod, and I'll get my J6 in this manner. That's 75. That'll be my J6. Now the same thing to A7 is already connected with this line like this you're seeing. So I'll just measure 75 from that point. Or better still, I'll just mark from this point on this line, right? That will be my K7. So I'll just measure 75 millimeter away from there. This 75 here. That will be my J7. Similarly, J8, I'll place it here. I'll mark on that line. This point here to get my J8, my K8, sorry. K8. So I'll connect A8 and K8 together at this point. And I'm going to measure 75. This is 75 that we have here. That will be J8. Now similarly for 9, I'll do the same thing from this point. I'll mark on that line. At this point here, the same thing as here, we'll have K9, right? And I'll join A9 and K9 together. So I'll measure 75 from this point. So from here to here, 75. Right? That will be my J9. Then similarly from 10, I'll do the same thing. Mark on that line to get my K10 at this point. K10. So I'll join K10 and A10 together this way. So I'm going to measure 75. That will be my J10. And the last but not the least, which will be J11, A11. I'll mark on that line. The same point as here. This will give me my K11. Now connect it together on this point to here. Sorry. So I'm 75. That is J11. So now I've gotten this. Now this is the locus of the point J that is formed. So I'll connect it using a French curve, right? So I can use a French curve to connect this together. So if I use this way, I can easily connect these three. And also with this. Let's connect this together. Just do 3 points at a time. This is what we have here. So this is the locus of the point J, right? And this is a crank here. So this is what is formed when this crank rotates clockwise and the connecting hub moves along this axis to and fro, right? So if you have found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and also share the video. Thanks for watching.